Today I would like to bring forth the word of thankfulness. As you go into your silence, consider all the many blessings that you have. Consider the world that we live in, the life that we live, and how blessed we have been. If you would kindly put your feet on the floor, take a deep breath, and let go and exhale. Again, inhale and exhale, knowing that Spirit is within and you are one. And so it is. When you are ready, gently open your eyes, knowing that Spirit is with you and within you. Give thanks for all that there is and all that we have. We give thanks for this church, for this congregation, for all the people within it that give of their time, give of their love. We are blessed. Thank you for being here, for choosing to be a part of silent meditation. As you go forth, know that you are loved, and so it is.
Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Everything I've ever done, everything I've ever seen, everything I've lost or won, everything I've ever dreamed has brought me here to the present moment here, to a new beginning here. And I'm seeing life so clearly now. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul.
Good morning. I invite you to give yourself the gift of time with your sacred self, your divine being, your God self. If you're comfortable, gently close your eyes. Breathe in this divine substance that is so freely given, so abundant. Relax. Relax your shoulders. Let your jaw relax. Release. And give this breath back to the earth that a plant may breathe. Your very being is created to be in the flow of the continual giving and receiving, the flow of life. Breathe in and out, slowly, with the intention that you are in the flow of life. Sit with your breath. Feel the flow of life as it moves in and out of you in the silence. You are being breathed by the divine. On your next out-breath, send a loving thought to someone in this room. When you breathe in again, receive all these loving thoughts and prayers. As you breathe out to these loving thoughts and send them out in the world, add to these loving thoughts and send them out to the world. Know they are going to the perfect place, person, and situation for the highest good. We are always giving and receiving. May our awareness increase. May we do so with a loving, joyous intention in the flow of this divine life. In your next out-breath, send that love wherever you want it to go. For you, on your in-breath, take in a slow, deep breath to fully receive your full measure of love, knowing there is more than enough for all. In our fullness, we say, thank you for the breath of life. Thank you for the divine in me as me. You might say that silently to yourself. Thank you for the divine in me as me. Freely give and receive. And it is so. And it is so. Amen.
Here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go, closer, closer, closer to my secret source. Here I go. Been before. Here I go, closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Everyone, if you'll join me in singing You Are the Light as we welcome our youth. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light in this world. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light in this world. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine so bright. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine so bright.
Good morning. For those who don't know me, I'm Stacy. I'm the Director of Youth and Family Ministries. And today is our Youth and Family Hospitality, so we'll start with that. Yay! So with Youth and Family Hospitality, we're going to be in the kitchen today. We're going to have some fun food for you. It's a Halloween theme. Come join us. All of your love offerings go to events, regional and local events for these kids, 100% of the donations. So, and we thank you in advance. I have another announcement, and that is we have a couple of events coming up for our teens. The first, we are going to retreat with the Northwest region. So we will be in North Bend. I forgot for a minute. For the weekend. So that'll be in 2 weeks. And then in 3 weeks, all teens, unit teens, the junior high and the high school, we're all getting together and we're going to an escape room, Alice in Wonderland themed. So that's going to be super fun. It will be followed. We announced that it was going to be followed by a lock-in. We have had a slight change in the plan. So rather than doing the lock-in, we're going to come after the escape room and have a party here with a movie and popcorn and pizza and fun stuff, but no lock-in this time. So I just want to announce that. And will you please join me and stand and help me bless our youth? You are the light in this world. Let it shine so bright.
And as the youth exit, please greet one another while respecting the sticker colors. We are the light, we are the light, we are the light in this world. We are the light, we are the light, we are the light in this world. Let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine so bright. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine so bright. We are the light, we are the light, we are the light in this world. We are the light, we are the light, we are the light in this world. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine so bright. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine so bright. Thank you so much. Thank you. So we thought we'd do something a little different today. And we're going to do an aria from La Lesiana, sung by the tenor Federico. È la solita storia del pastore. Il povero ragazzo voleva raccontarla e s'addormì. Che nel sonno l'oblio come l'invidio anch'io vorrei dormir così nel sonno almen l'oblio trova la pace sol cercando io vorrei poter tutto scordar. sforzo è vano, davanti ho sempre di lei, il dolce la pace tolta è sempre a me, perché deggio tanto pennar. Lei sempre lei dinanzi a me, fatale vision mi lascia. Mi fai tanto male, ahimè.
Thank you so much. Sometimes you just got to do an aria in church, you know? It's a little bit of a change in genre here. I breathe in, I breathe out, I take in, I give out, I let love, I let go, I release, and I know I forgive, I receive, I can feel, I believe, I am healed, I am whole, I release, and I know. Breathe, 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 breathe. No need to push, no need to try, no need to worry or question why. Surrender, let go, release, and know.
One of the great joys of a human incarnation to get to do that with him. Welcome, dear friends. Welcome to Unity in Lynnwood, an unfolding, evolving idea of oneness and possibility. My name is Richard Held. I'm the spiritual director of this wacky ship. If you are a member of our online audience this morning, please consider opening your chat window. Introduce yourselves. Allow yourself to be welcomed. Tell us from which geography you join us this morning. Practical spirituality, welcoming community. That mission statement so short in word, but so deep, so broad in its meaning. And so it is that every week I like to support this mission statement with one of the conversational points, which we developed with your board of trustees beginning in late 2014. Today, I offer the same one I offered last week. On purpose. Again. And it reads as follows: we offer a metaphysical teaching which encourages regular spiritual practice, including prayer, meditation, affirmation, denial, service, and study. If you would like to pray with someone following the conclusion of this time together, Unity in Lynnwood is proud to offer a bevy of trained prayer chaplains eager to support you. They will be in this geography. Simply seek one that you might know them by face. May I ask them please to stand or raise their hands this morning. These are your prayer chaplains. All over the room. If you are a member of our virtual sanctuary this morning and you desire to pray with someone following the conclusion of our time together, start the process by writing prayer at unityinlynnwood.org. Include a working telephone number and expect a call from an anonymous number around 12:15 or so. Words of invocation, take them in the manner best suited to you. You may speak them enthusiastically, quietly. You may close your eyes and allow them to wash through you if you so prefer. They read as follows: though imaged and named variously, there is a singular and eternal ground of being from which all life emanates and into which all life retreats. We choose to call this ground of being God. By extension, we come to understand that we are spiritual in nature, human in expression, and limitless in potential. We gather today to remember such truths, to celebrate our unity, and to honor all life. And so it is. And may it be so. And may it be so. I suggested 3 practices for week 1 of this fall series. These were set forth by Deepak Chopra, the author of the 7 Spiritual Laws of Success, and they included time in silence, time in nature, and time in non-judgment. Now, it's my sincere hope that you explored one, if not all three of these practices. It's my sincere hope that you committed a certain amount of time in the morning or a certain amount of time in the evening, or both, free from activity, free from speech, free from your mobile telephone. If someone had told you 30 years ago that a telephone, that thing with a long curly cord, long enough for your grandmother to reach the restroom with it, would become a rampant global addiction, would you have believed them? Whew. It's my sincere hope that you intentionally gave yourself to nature at least once this past week. In the first informal meetup, Mary and Justin met a group of people at the Edmonds fishing pier to get you started. Thank you, Mary and Jay, for doing that. Nature remains among my most profound of teachers. It was in a book that I published in 2012 that I wrote, and I quote, "As we attempt to uncover the truths of life, we need only reflect upon the truths of nature." As we attempt to reconcile the complexities of value, death, purpose, change, and abundance, we need only reflect upon the simplicities operating beyond our own back doors. For whatever truths are operating fully within the latter are operating fully within the former. End quote. The fact that humanity has so distanced itself from nature's workings doesn't mean we're no longer participants in nature's mechanisms. It just means we're no longer cooperative participants in nature's mechanisms. And the greater humanity's uncooperativeness, the greater nature's compensation which may or may not be pleasant to humanity. We are, after all, participants in a system ever seeking its own balance and health and equilibrium. But that, my friends, is another lesson for another Sunday. We have been enjoying a program called Community Creatives. Each week, one of our writers, wordsmiths, poets, has been invited to share a few moments with you. This morning, I'd like to introduce the next from among our ranks. Would you join me, please, in issuing a Unity in Lynnwood brand of welcome to Gloria Pulliam, please.
Thank you. I love you all. Good morning. I have questions. Well, just not formed in the versions we've been taught. And yet, many of you will find this familiar. These questions are in a form of energy, the energies within my heart desires. So although I have described that energy with very few words, to offer understanding, the words I've just chosen are far from this feeling. July 19th, 2020. During that time, while in this energy, I imagined how babies communicated with each other, and yet no words spoken. Babies do have an understanding with one another, and we did as well at that time in our lives. For me, well, I believe it to be energies. What came through me led to not an answer to this energy within. It led to what I have chosen to call words. Know that what man has created is but a destination to the more than definition of truth, more than its words formed with definitions. Understanding the words are not the definition of this life, nor its journey. What man be in life, experience, in a higher light, or an understanding of purpose, if not for creation of words? Would man be closer and or immersed in this definition of our light? The definition of if is a question that has the ability to stand loud, strong by itself, and strengthens when accompanied by others. Is it in these words where you could find guidance when the definition of light is more of authentic energies accompanied by words of loving, gratitude, and peace? On another day, I had another question about perfection. And this is what came through. When I think of this word, it takes me to nature itself. Nature's perfections have the freedoms of movement that exist with the will to change. I am the nature of all that occurs naturally within perfecting the natural way of being. The answers will come from more questions if the nature of growth is allowed to flow. Thank you for allowing my flow.
Thank you. Words. Sounds like we might be overdue for lunch, G. And of course, it is my sincere hope that you at least began to notice the number of opinions you have about everyone and everything. My prediction last Sunday became a reality when I found myself assessing in what we might call something of a flamboyant manner the driving capacities of a perfect and holy child of God. And I don't mean to say that the prediction became a reality on Tuesday morning. It became a reality on Sunday morning in this very parking lot. Now, if you're like me, you began to explore what judgment used in the context of this teaching text really means. After all, if you're like me, you have to make decisions all day long. You have to say yes to certain things. You have to say no to certain things all day long. So is that the judgment in question here? Well, obviously that really doesn't make any amount of sense. It seems clear that Chopra's asking us to excavate beyond that judgment necessary to making daily choices to something more insidious, perhaps. So yes, it is my sincere hope that you explored time in silence, time in nature, and time in non-judgment, because it's my hope that all will graduate, if you will, beyond being mere spectators of practical spirituality. Practical spirituality, you see, isn't a model that would be contained within 65 minutes on a Sunday morning. It's my hope that it would find relevance in handling that boss on a Monday morning. It's my hope that it would find relevance in receiving some news on a Tuesday afternoon. It's my hope that it would find some relevance in making a decision on a Wednesday evening. It's my hope that it would find some relevance in navigating a loss on a Thursday night. Do you know, have you noticed that some attend gatherings such as this? They attend services, perform prescribed rituals, parrot rote dogmas, shake appropriate hands. They kneel on cue, sing in harmony, enjoy a great brunch, and return home without any stretching, without learning, without growing, without deepening, without changing whatsoever. Did you know this? Well, I would suggest that such a model doesn't so often represent a practical spirituality as it represents a mindless mimicry. And whether we look to the known ministry of our planet's seers and avatars from the East or from the West, from the ancient past or the unfolding present, they aren't about mindless mimicry. They are about that stretching. They are about learning, growing, deepening, and changing, that we might realize better living through spiritual understanding. That's what they're about. Now, maybe this is your first week with us. Or maybe you're at a point in life at which you just need to be loved or accepted for a few months. A time of healing, maybe. I would encourage you to honor that for as long as you need to honor that. And know that when the time comes, when that season passes, a new and exciting path will be waiting for you. And a bunch of really cool people will be eager to walk that path with you. Just look to your right if you don't believe me. Look to your left. A bunch of really cool people through UIL's many teams and gatherings and classes, initiatives, and more. Said another way, if you didn't explore time in silence, in nature, time in non-judgment this past week, for whatever reason, you're not going to get any guilt out of me, at which point I just say, well, welcome to Unity. You will have yet another opportunity this week as we approach the second in this fall series. It is a spiritual law called the law of giving. So next week, consider reading chapter 3 in Deepak Chopra's text. There are a few copies remaining in the book and gift shop. You know, it might be in the Gospel according to RuPaul that we find the best introduction to this law. And I quote, "We're all born naked, and all the rest is drag." Said another way, you arrived with nothing of this world, and you will ultimately depart with nothing of this world. And now this is not intended to be a sad or a pessimistic statement, so much as it's a recognition of the nature of the universe in which we live and the nature of its creation, which includes You. It's a recognition of the nature of the universe as ever-changing, evolving, maybe. It's a recognition of the nature of the universe as flowing. One must wonder if this is why we intuitively and organically adopted words such as currency, having its roots in the Latin meaning to flow or to run. The word affluence comes from another root meaning to flow to. It's a recognition of the nature of the universe as circulatory, reciprocal, as fluid. Maybe this is why the nature of the universe, we could say the nature of God, has been likened by spiritual thinkers as a river in which we have some authority, but over which we have none. In other words, the river is about the river business, and in our belief that the river knows where it's going, that it operates with something of a wisdom, we as river beings can either resist or we can cooperate. Those are our choices. Said another way, God is about God business. And in our belief that God knows what it's doing, that it operates with something of a wisdom, we as God beings can either cooperate or resist. Those are our choices. It was Richard Bach who spoke to this analogy in a book entitled Illusions, Adventures of a Reluctant Messiah. If you haven't read it, it's quite a favorite. So from Richard Bach, I quote, "Once there lived a village of creatures along the bottom of a great crystal river. The current of the river swept silently over them all, young and old, rich and poor, good and evil, the current going its own way, knowing only its own crystal self. Each creature in its own manner clung tightly to the twigs and to the rocks of the river bottom, for clinging was their way of life, and resisting the current was what each had learned from birth. But one creature said at long last, 'I'm tired of clinging. Though I can't see it with my eyes, I trust that the current knows where it's going. So I shall let go and let it take me where it will.' Now the other creatures laughed and they said, 'You are a fool. Let go and that current will throw you tumbled and smashed against the rocks. You are certain to die.' But the one who heeded them not took a deep breath and did let go, and at once was tumbled and smashed by the current against the rocks. But in time, as the creature refused to cling again, the current lifted him free, and he was bruised and hurt no more. Now the creatures downstream, to whom he was a stranger, cried, 'Look, it's a miracle. It's a miracle. A creature like ourselves, and yet he flies. See, it's the Messiah, come to save us all.' And yet the one in the current replied, 'The river delights to lift all of us free, if only we dare let go.'" How beautiful is that? Richard Bach. As we come to perceive the universe in which we live as ever-changing, evolving, flowing, as circulatory or reciprocal, fluid, our paradigms of ownership and possession and accumulation necessarily begin to crumble. And as our paradigms of ownership, possession, accumulation begin to crumble, a new paradigm of self as honorary caretaker begins to rise. We begin to see ourselves as the honorary caretakers of God's rocks, as the honorary caretakers of God's plants, God's animals, God's people. Yes, we come to see ourselves as the honorary caretakers of God's planet. This new paradigm is in keeping with the context of biblical times in which it would have been well understood that everything belongs to God. You understand. I like to think that Jesus of Nazareth spoke to such a shift when he told the would-be newbie, look, if you really want to walk this walk, sell your stuff and then we'll talk. It is from such a shift from owner to caretaker as possessing begins to give way to experiencing, that resistance begins to give way to curiosity. Forcing starts to give way to allowing. Demanding begins to give way to deep listening. Maybe it can be said that as we enter into right relationship with the stuff and things of this world, it's not so much that we lose anything as it is that we gain everything. What if the spiritual path isn't about sweaty, browed, hard work so much as it's about cooperating with that which knows what it's doing? What if it's about tossing aside the countless ways in which we resist that river of life? Tossing aside the countless ways in which we resist the God of our understanding. What if it's about unloading the unnecessary baggage that's dragging your dinghy down and banging your heavy hull against the rocks of life? What if the spiritual path isn't the hard path? What if it's the easy path? So as we come to perceive the universe in which we live as fluid, what might it mean to those gathered in this physical room, to those gathered in this virtual room, to cooperate with its ways? What might that mean? Assignment number 1 for this week, take a deep breath. Practice receiving gracefully and gratefully. Practice receiving gracefully and gratefully. If that river of life, if the God of your understanding is fluid, then ours has to become the best vehicles possible for its flowing. Meaning, while it's socially celebrated to decline gifts, to decline compliments, to decline blessings, while it is socially celebrated to perpetuate the countless martyr models of modern life, what if to do so is spiritually irresponsible? We are not skillful receivers today. We have shamed the ability to receive gracefully and gratefully, even when to do so is in keeping with the nature of the universe in which we live. Let us practice together. Repeat after me, thank you.
Thank you.
Repeat after me, thank you.
Thank you.
You are so much more than you know yourself to be. No. That's where you say thank you. Next week, I will offer an instruction manual for the audience participation segment. You are so much more than you have believed yourself to be.
Thank you.
You have talent.
Thank you.
You have gifts that are profound and unique.
Thank you.
You make a difference in your world.
Thank you.
I am deeply, deeply honored by our shared journey. This is not you boasting. This is you cooperating with the divine circuits. Receiving gracefully and gratefully is about people recognizing something divine through you and you letting them do it. It's not about you boosting your ego so much as it's about another recognizing their possibility. How might you receive differently if you were to realize that the gift is something they needed to give? Assignment number 2 for this week: practice giving gracefully and gratefully. Deepak suggests that you approach every interaction this week with a gift. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to carry a pocket full of gift cards or a trunk full of bouquets, but it could mean that you engage every person prepared to offer a silent blessing, maybe a genuine compliment, an authentic word, maybe even a listening ear. If that river of life, if that God of your understanding is indeed fluid, then ours is to become the best vehicles possible for its flowing. It was the poet Khalil Gibran who encouraged, and I quote, "You often say, I would give, but only to the deserving. The trees in your orchard say not so, nor the flocks in your pasture. They give that they might live, for to withhold is to perish." He concludes by saying, so see first that you yourself deserve to be a giver and an instrument of giving. For in truth, it is life that gives unto life, while you, who deem yourself to be a giver, you're just a witness. It's life that gives unto life. Ours, then, is to become the hands and feet of life giving unto life. Ours is to become the free and easy channels for life's giving unto life, clear from the ego's demands, clear from the mind's judgments, clear from petty fears, manipulations, clear from bargains. To give graciously and gratefully reminds us that that to which we cling isn't one's possession, it's one's possessor. If you want to have the deepest, most mystical, grace-filled, supportive, supported, and serendipitous incarnation, the suggestion of week 2 is that you get good at receiving and giving, because receiving and giving is the nature of the universe in which you live, and receiving and giving is how you cooperate. In the end, ours is to become the breathers of life's breath. Gracefully and gratefully in. Gracefully and gratefully out. Let's do that together. If you feel cooperative today, make your body comfortable. 3-4 minutes of reflection. Some call it meditation. You might put your earthly feet on the floor as we entertain an idea. We need neither accept nor embrace. Simply allow it to present itself on the screen of your awareness. Ours is to become the breathers of life's breath. Let's close the outer eyes. Gracefully and gratefully in. Gracefully and gratefully out. Ours is to become the breathers of life's breath. Let's just be with that. Is to become the breathers of life's breath. Gracefully and gratefully in, gracefully and gratefully out.
I breathe in, I breathe out, I take in, I give out, I let love, I let go, I release, and I know.
And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. The language arose organically from 2 or 3 different people over 2 or 3 different weeks. Would you like to know what the language was? I pay attention to those moments in which an idea rises semi-simultaneously from different people. The idea is this, I quite love it. Unity in Lynnwood, where something good is happening. How do you like that? Would you like to say it with me for fun? Unity in Lynnwood, where something good is happening. You are part of something good happening. You're welcome. Thank you. Look at us practicing. We'd like to provide you opportunities to provide financial support and that which is always behind the financial support. Giving options will appear on your screen, whether that screen represents a computer in your sitting room or a screen in a physical sanctuary. If you would like information about UIL's programs of regular giving, planned giving, or legacy giving, please feel free to write me directly. For those participating already in UIL's recurring, scheduled, regular giving, we call it the Giver's Circle. Thank you. Thank you. We extend to you a unique thanks. It was Charles Fillmore in the book Prosperity who penned the following blessing. It is divine love through me that blesses and multiplies all that I am and have, all that I give and receive. Let us launch today's giving practice with such an affirmation. I will say it first and invite you to repeat it. Divine love through me.
Divine love through me.
Blesses and multiplies all that I am and have. Blesses and multiplies all that I am and have, all that I give and receive.
All that I give and receive.
We shall be known by the company we keep, by the ones who circle around to tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now that we thrive. It is time we lead ourselves into the well. It is time now. And what a time to be alive. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love.
If you are newer to Unity in Lynnwood, you will find ample resources designed to support you, to inform you, to enrich you, to direct you in the seat back before you. There are additional informational documents at the welcome and information station. You are warmly welcome to avail yourself to any and all. Every activity of Unity in Lynnwood in this moment and beyond is available to you. If you are new to Unity in Lynnwood, if you are newer and would allow us the simple privilege of offering you a little bit of applause, would you just raise your hand this morning? Beautiful. Welcome. Every first Sunday features a newcomer brunch. It's exactly what you think it is. It is a brunch for newcomers. Meet some leaders, please. Ask your questions. We are here for you. Visit the gift shop. Grab a free copy of Daily Word. It is Unity's daily affirmation, inspirational quips for you. We ask that you register for all events by visiting the calendar page at unityinlynnwood.org. We would highlight the many offerings of UIL's small group ministry. How do you like small group ministry? Glad to know that wasn't me. The men's group offers a pray, eat, work event October 22nd, 8:30 in the morning. It's been written, build community through a shared group project, spiritual communion, and then fire up the grill for a relaxing barbecue lunch. Bring a lawn chair, work gloves, an open heart for this special time together. It has been promised that this will be fun and that all are welcome. Continue the Sunday morning conversation with others. Each week offers a meetup opportunity. For those in our virtual sanctuary, it begins at 12:30. Simply visit the calendar page, register for the meetup, check your junk folder for the link. We also offer a local meetup. This week's meetup will be hosted by our own Linda Babin. And who doesn't want to spend more time with Linda Babin? Linda, will you wave at these kind people, please? You are invited to join her at 2 o'clock on Tuesday at Menchie's Frozen Yogurt immediately across the street. Linda Babin and frozen yogurt. Next week, next Sunday, all are welcome. Active eligible members are encouraged to attend the annual business meeting. It will begin at 12:30 or so. It will be offered on site. And finally, the last Friday of October, the 28th, we invite you to don your favorite high roller wear. And I've had questions. What exactly is high roller? I have no idea. I have no idea. It's whatever you say it is. Welcome to Unity. The evening, but you don't have to dress up. Thank you. I heard a voice. I heard a voice. The evening, social hour, followed by a really fun dinner, an evening of blackjack, roulette, craps, a variety table, a photo birth, which is significantly more dramatic than a photo booth. You're welcome. This event is produced by the professionals at Fantasy Casino Parties. It is sponsored by the kind and generous people at Mill Creek Family Services. All benefits will benefit the general operating fund at Unity in Lynnwood, with deep thanks to an anonymous donor. All funds raised will be matched dollar for dollar without a limit. You may clap for that. Absolutely. Thank you. That's the word I would use as well. Thank you. My goodness, tickets are available to you. They start at $50. Visit unityinlynnwood.org. It's been encouraged that we go all in for Unity in Lynnwood. Take a deep breath. Close those outer eyes. Let us close with that same discipline with which we began. Some call it prayer. It matters not how you label it. Let us accept it as a time of elevation by whatever name we might utilize. Let us close by entertaining an audacious idea, a grand idea, an expansive idea, a comforting idea. And that is that the God of our understanding is at hand. And the God of our understanding is ample. The God of our understanding is at hand, and the God of our understanding is ample. There is enough wisdom. Thank you. There is enough sufficiency. Thank you. There is enough life. Thank you. There is enough balance, equilibrium, and harmony. Thank you. And we allow that gratitude to become the way in which we move through the remaining moments of this holy day. Noble souls communing with noble souls. And we close this time of remembering, this time of elevation, as we always do, with sung words of blessing, with sung words of farewell.